KVUE Defenders found more than 170 employees in Central Texas school districts have tested positive for COVID-19 so far this year. That's before the new school year has even started for most schools. Now, with school starting for most districts this week and next week, the state of Texas is not tracking which campuses have COVID-19 cases. The KVUE Defenders wanted to know how parents are going to get that information to keep their kids safe. Here's investigative reporter Brad Stryker.
The state of Texas tracks COVID-19 cases in facilities like prisons, nursing homes, and child care centers. But as some kids and teachers start to head back to the classroom, we found out our state doesn't know how much the virus is spreading inside our schools.
I can't really control what the district decides for me personally in my job, but I can control what my family decides for my kids. And so I need information to make those decisions.
Brennan Cruiser is an Austin ISD teacher and parent. She has one kid starting middle school this year and another starting high school. Like other district parents and employees, she's looking for answers about COVID-19 cases in Texas schools.
The fact that we wouldn't be automatically collecting information on how that's happening is really concerning.
We checked, and right now, no state agency has plans in place to collect data on the spread of COVID-19 in Texas schools. The Department of State Health Services is considering whether to track that information. So is the Texas Education Agency. A spokesperson for TEA said in a statement, "We expect to have an update in the coming weeks on what, if any, data will be required and how it will be recorded."
It's really important that we are tracking the disease within our public school system so that we can prevent outbreaks from becoming tragedies.
State Representative James Tallarico of Round Rock serves on the House Committee of Public Education. He says tracking and publishing COVID-19 cases in schools is critical for public health.
That's the only way in a state as big as Texas that we're going to be able to get a handle on this rapidly spreading disease.
Kelly Shannon, Executive Director of the Freedom of Information Foundation of Texas, says if the state does start collecting that information, it should be made public.
We need to know where outbreaks are around the state, how it's happening, how it's spreading, and this allows us, the public, we the people, to better do what we need to do to protect ourselves and others.
We reached out to the Department of State Health Services several times asking for a comment. So far, no one's responded to us, but a spokesperson from TEA told us they're working with DSHS to try to come up with a solution. We'll make sure we stay on top of that for you. For the KVUE Defenders, I'm Brad Stryker, KVUE News.
Brad, thanks a lot. Now, Governor Greg Abbott told us this week here on KVUE that schools are required to report COVID cases to local health authorities, which will then report those cases to the state health department. He also said local health authorities will be able to order schools to close to deal with any outbreaks.